Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are doing good, staying safe at home, right? Okay, so please don't come out of your house. Stay safe, eat healthy, stay healthy, right? Had your breakfast, all of you? Good. Eat healthy, improve, increase your immunity power so that you can fight with all types of diseases and viruses. And nowadays, as this is rainy season, different mosquitoes which spread different diseases like chikungunya, dengue, malaria. Okay, so these are observed in our localities. So please protect yourself from mosquitoes also. Okay, stay safe at home. Right, children? Right. So today we will start a new lesson, children. Before I start the lesson, we'll have some discussion on this. We'll just discuss something about this. Okay, yeah. So morning, as soon as you wake up, you eat your breakfast, you get ready, you eat your breakfast. Again afternoon, lunchtime, again night, you have your dinner, and then you go to sleep, right? Now, so from morning to till night, you do different activity, right? So have you ever think that how this night and days are occurring? How this different time is like night 12 hours and day 12 hours. Why it is divided like this? Have you ever think about this? Did you think how this happens and all? Yes. So today we are going to study about the movements of the earth. Okay, so our new chapter, that is chapter 3. We are going to study about the earth movements and seasons. Okay, what are the different movements of the earth and how seasons occurs, right? We have different seasons, right? Now this is rainy season. Before this we had summer, very good, and after rainy we have winter, very good, good children, good going. Okay, so in this way we have different seasons. So why we have different seasons? Why we don't have rainy season throughout the year? Why we don't have summer throughout the year? Why these days and nights are occurring? Why we don't have day continuously? Why we don't have nights continuously? That all, does this type of questions arises in your mind ever? No? Okay, now let us think. Just you think before I start the lesson. Once you think why we have days, why we have nights, why we don't have only days, why we don't have only nights, why we have different seasons, why few seasons are very hot, why few months are very hot, and why few months are very cold, and why few months are rainy. That all we will study in this lesson, that is earth movements and seasons. Okay children, what is earth? Yeah, earth is a planet on which we all are living. Earth is the only planet in the solar system which supports life on the earth. This is happening because of the presence of water, air and sunlight. Okay, as all the living creatures require water, air and sunlight, right? Plants, they produce food with the help of sunlight, water and air. In the same way, we human beings depends upon plants and animals for our survival. So in this way we all require these three basic necessities, all the living creatures, right children? Okay, so now we will discuss about the different movements of the earth, right? So earth has two movements, that is rotation and revolution. Okay, so what is rotation? Rotating around itself. Any object or any body which rotates around itself, we call it as rotation. What is revolution? Revolving around some object is called revolution. So earth has two movements. What are they? Rotation, revolution. So now we will study what causes rotation and what causes revolution. What happens because of rotations, and this revolution, what happens because of revolution. This all we are going to observe, we are going to study now. Okay children, so before that, just now I discussed with you, we have different seasons. Seasons are changing. Why? Like we have summer, winter, rainy. In summer season we get different fruits, different types of flowers. In the rainy season we get different fruits, flowers, vegetables, right? Again in coming to winter season, full of leafy vegetables, we get variety of fruits again, right? So why this all is happening? Have you ever observed? Yeah, you eat mangoes only in summer. Or you eat mangoes throughout the year? No, only during summer season you eat mangoes, not throughout the year. Because in summer temperature is high. The mango plants require more temperature to ripen the fruits, right? So in this way, based upon the temperature, you find changes. In the last class, in the last chapter, you have studied about the differences in temperature, how changes in temperature, more temperature, high temperature, how it affects the lives of the people and different places. That all you have studied in the last class, energy from the sun, right? In that chapter. Now here we have different seasons, right? According to the climate of India, we have 3 seasons, that is summer, winter and rainy seasons, right? But according to our Sanskrit literature, they have divided the Indian seasons into 6 seasons and they call seasons as ritus. So altogether we have 6 ritus, okay? So they have added an intermediary seasons in between the climatic seasons of India, right? Shall we discuss what are they? Okay, here you can see children, we have 6 Indian seasons. They are Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishira Ritu. Okay, so we have different seasons. Okay, so spring, summer, rainy, autumn, right? Spring season, summer season, rainy season, autumn season, again winter season, right? So in this way we have our Indian seasons are divided between different 6 ritus. Okay children, so find out in which ritu your birthday lies. Okay, so according to your Indian calendar, find out which month is in which month your birthday lies. Okay, you were born in which month according to our Indian calendar. Just find out children. You must know, as an Indian, you must know Indian seasons also and about the Sanskrit seasons, right? Okay. So coming to the different climatic regions, when we discuss children, tropical region, especially equatorial region, they do not have near the equator. I am talking about the equatorial region. They do not have seasons like we have. They have only hot climate during the daytime and rains, nights are rainy. Okay, if when we talk about the tropical region, or when we talk about the equatorial region, days are warm, and once the days start setting, once the sun starts setting, we have severe rains in those areas. So there you do not find any particular season like we have. Okay, so almost 340 days it rains there in equatorial region, right? Then coming to the temperate regions or subpolar regions, you have different 4 seasons like summer, spring, autumn and winter. So they, based upon the amount of temperature they receive, the seasons are divided into 4 seasons: summer season, spring, autumn and winter season. Again, when you talk about the polar regions, about the Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, there you find variety of climate children, variety of season, different seasons. There you find 6 months days and 6 months nights. 6 months they have little warm temperature and 6 months they have complete cool temperature. Their sun do not rise for 6 months, and again next 6 months sun never sets, means the sun rises above the horizon and it remains like that for complete 6 months, right? How, why it is happening like this? That all happens because of what? That all why it happens, that all we are going to study in this video, in this lesson. Okay, hope you all understood. Now come on, start thinking about such questions, children. Why in North Pole and South Pole they do not have seasons like us? Why they don't have hot days like us? Why it do not rain heavy like us, like our region? Okay, that all we will see. Okay, what causes this? Yeah. So the first thing is, as just now I discussed with you, Earth has two movements, that is rotation, revolution. Rotation is rotating around itself. Earth rotates around itself from west to east. Okay, so Earth starts rotating from west to east. It takes complete 24 hours to complete one rotation. So it rotates around the sun. All these planets you have studied in your previous classes about the solar system. So all the planets revolve around the sun. We call it as solar system, right? So this planet Earth also rotates around the sun, revolves around the sun, and while revolving around the sun, it rotates around itself. So it has 12 hours, half hemisphere lies in front of the sun, or the sun lit half of the hemisphere and remaining half remains dark. Again when the rotation takes place, again the next half will be lit by the sun and the sun illuminates that remaining half, and the remaining half will be dark. So in this way, half of the portion of the earth which is illuminated by the sun, it has day, and the remaining half has night, right? So in this way, rotation causes days and nights. Okay, so earth rotates around itself while revolving around the sun, and while the revolution takes place, different seasons occurs. How, that we will discuss. Okay, so there are 4 factors which are responsible for the occurrence of the seasons, right? For the different seasons. Like first is the spherical shape of the earth and the curvature of the earth. Next is daily rotation of the earth on its own axis. Next point is the tilt of the axis of rotation compared to the plane on which the earth moves. And the last one is Earth's movement around the sun once a year, that is revolution. Okay, so shall we start with the first point? Yeah, the spherical shape of the earth and the curvature of its surface. So in the previous classes we have discussed about the shape of the earth. Our earth is in spherical shape, right children? And the curvature of the earth is responsible for the difference in the temperature. Right, as the shape of the earth is curved in nature, all the regions do not receive same amount of temperature. You have studied this in your last chapter, temperature, right? So equatorial regions, they receive more temperature. The insolation is more on equatorial regions, whereas insolation is very less in the polar regions, right? In the North Pole and South Pole. This is because of the shape of the earth, because of the curvature nature of the earth, right? So this is one factor responsible for the different seasons, right? That is the reason why equatorial regions are very hot, they receive more temperature, more evaporation and heavy rainfall, right? As in the polar region, insolation is this evaporation is very less, so there you do not find more rainfall, and as the insolation is very less, complete area is frozen, right? In this way you find a difference in seasons in both the zones. You understand children? Next, daily rotation of the earth on its own axis. Just now I said earth rotate around its axis while revolving around the sun. Now what is axis? Axis is an imaginary line which joins the north pole to south pole. How a top spins, in the same way earth spins around the sun with the help of axis. These all are imaginary lines, children. Latitudes, longitudes, axis, etc. We are using this because for our explanation, for our understanding. So the axis is the one line with which the two poles are connected and the earth spins like a top. Okay, so when the earth rotates around the sun, as I said just now, half of the portion of the earth is illuminated by the sun and remaining half it remains darker. And when this rotates, when the earth spins, the next half gets illuminated by the sun and the portion which was once illuminated becomes dark. In this way days and nights are occurring. Imagine, children, if earth stops rotating, what will happen? What would happen if the earth stopped rotation? Once imagine, the half portion of the earth which is illuminating, which is facing to the sun, will become hotter and hotter because of more insulation, and the remaining half of the sun, which is not illuminated by the remaining half part of the earth, which is not illuminated by the sun, becomes cooler and cooler. Do you think life exists in such situation, in such condition? No, because when the earth becomes hotter and hotter, no living creature will survive. And when the earth becomes cooler and more cooler, life will not exist, because you cannot produce food. Any living creature, plant, animals, they cannot produce food. Sunlight is very essential for the production of food. So, because of the rotation, life is existing on the earth. You understand, children? Next, come to the next point, that is the tilt of the axis of rotation compared to the plane which the earth moves. Just now we discussed about the axis. Axis is the imaginary line drawn from north pole to south pole, or which connects north pole and south pole. So earth spins with the help of this axis. And you know one more thing, children, our axis is not vertical, it is little tilted, it is inclined, and it is inclined to 23.5 degree. So our earth is not vertical, it is not forming 90 degree angle, it is forming 66.5 degree. Okay, because of this tilt of the earth, we find change in the seasons. Okay, equator divides planet earth into two halves, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, right? Due to this tilt of the earth, both the hemispheres, they have different seasons, because when revolution is taking place, at that time sun rays illuminates half of the hemisphere, and remaining half, as far from the sun, it has less effect. Again, when it revolves, the next half, the other hemisphere will face the sun and it gets more illumination, and the remaining half will not have much effect. This is the reason why we have different seasons in different hemisphere. For example, if it is summer in northern hemisphere, you find winter in southern hemisphere. If it is summer in India, at that time if you want to go to Australia, then you have to carry your sweaters, because there it is cool climate. This is happening because of the revolution. Earth revolves around the sun. Earth revolves around the sun in an orbit, which is also called as orbital plane. It has orbit is a fixed path in which on which earth rotates around the sun. Okay, so it takes 365 1/4 days to complete one revolution, right children? So when the earth is revolving around the sun in an orbital plane, our orbit is not a circular shape, it is an oval shape, little bit oval shape. Because of that, you find more distance between the earth and sun at a particular moment. Again, you find less distance between earth and sun at a particular moment. This is also responsible for changes in seasons in different hemispheres, right? So when the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, that time you find summer in northern hemisphere and winter in winter in southern hemisphere. Okay, again when the revolution continues and when the southern hemisphere is illuminated by the sun, at that time you find summer in southern hemisphere and winter in northern hemisphere, right? Because of this you find change in seasons. Is that clear children? I will show you one diagram. You can understand very clearly with this. Okay? Yes. Yes, here you can see the picture. With this picture you can understand children. So here earth is revolving around the sun in an orbital plane. Here you find more gap between the earth and the sun, and here at this place you find the less distance. Because of this you find some hemispheres and winters in these hemispheres. Okay, so here you can see that southern hemisphere is illuminated more by the sun. So here you have summer, and in northern hemisphere they have winter. When you come to this point, here northern hemisphere is illuminated more by the sun. Here you have summer in northern hemisphere and winter in southern hemisphere. Is that clear children? Again here you can see the sun rays are influencing more on the equator at these 2 points. So here you find that sun rays are equally distributed over equator and both the hemisphere, right? So here you have in the in March and September, here you find equinox, that is equal distribution of temperature in both the hemisphere. Is that clear children? About this we will discuss in depth in next class. Now you can see one more figure I will show you. Can you see the axis children? Yeah, this is connecting North Pole to South Pole, and earth rotates around the sun in west to east direction. That is the reason why sun rises in the east. You can see that sun rising in the east. During the night time you can see stars, moon. This all is observed. This all you can see because of the rotation of the earth. When the rotation takes place, half of the sphere which is illuminated has day, which is illuminated by the sun. We call it as sunlit illumination or sunlit hemisphere. There you observe day, and the remaining half you have night, right children? So this is happening because of the rotation. Okay, here you can see one more figure children, I will show you. Yes, can you see the 4 seasons? This is about sub-temperate region. This picture is related to the sub-temperate zone. So here you can see winter, you can see spring, here you can see autumn, right? Winter, summer, autumn and spring season. Can you? Okay children, in the next class we will continue with the next topic. Hope you all understood today's concept, right? So stay safe, stay at home children. Thank you.